And I'm here today to help you guys get set up with your chatbot. So let's dive in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. So a lot of you guys have been seeing the new AI chatbot pop into your account. If you're existing FlowTrack customers, or if you're a new Bot Neo customer, you're going to log in. You're going to see immediately the AI chatbot page right here on the screen. And today we're going to be going over some of the new enhancements that we just made to improve the user experience even more. And we're also going to be going over how you can customize the training data and how the training process works for your new AI chatbot. So I went ahead and I found this random business right here that has it's a chiropractor. And so I pulled up this website right here. I don't know what this website was built in, but there's this chiropractor that has, a bunch of services on here. They have multiple pages on their website, right? And so I went ahead and I plugged that URL here, right here. So I clicked on create new bot. I gave the bot a name. I put in the website URL, and this website took about 50 seconds to crawl because they had a bunch of different pages on the site. They got about us, they got services, they got locations, and all sorts of cool stuff in here. So when it was done, now the bot's ready. And I know it's done because I can actually click on the bot training data tab over here and I'll say, congratulations, your bot is live. And so now in the bot settings, I can just start chatting with it. It's fully trained. So I can say something like, hi, right? And so the bot's typing right now or thinking, and I'm going to get a reply. And it's going to say, how can we help you today? And so one of the things I can ask is, let's say, I got some neck pain. So do you help with neck pain? And so this is going to generate one of those questions or one of those answers based on the training data from the website that it sucked in right here. So here we go. We got a question. So yes, I can help with neck pain. We offer a wide range of treatments, including chiropractic adjustments, massage therapy, physical therapy. That's pretty amazing answer, right? So all we did was give it the website address right here. And next thing you know, this thing is fully trained. And so let me know if you guys have any questions in the chat. We're going to be answering your questions at the end as well. But I just want to dive in here and show you guys how you can get set up with this chatbot and how you can immediately train it and customize it to match your business. And so just to show you guys the process end to end and kind of show you guys what you can expect, I'm actually going to just recreate this bot right here. So I just copied this website. All right, I'm clicking on the AI chatbot tab. And from here, I'm just going to click on create new chatbot. And so when I save this URL, right, I can go ahead and click the save button. And we added something new in here. So right the first time you create your bot, it's still in training, right? So it's going to take a minute or so to get processed depending on how big your website is. If you got a one-page website, it'll be done in seconds. But we now added this that says, hey, your bot is now studying your website for its training. You can click on the bot training tab to see when it's done. It'll take about 1 to 15 minutes. So we added that in there to help you guys out so you can see where it is in the training process. We also got this little animation down here at the bottom to show you that your website is still being downloaded and crawled. So that'll be really helpful. Now, there's one thing that's really important that I saw some customers trying to do yesterday in here. And so we're going to go ahead and go over that right here on this tab. So if you're inside your website, if you notice, if you can see my URL, and I guess you can't see the URL, so I got to share another screen. So let me just share the whole thing right here. I'm going to share a window instead. Share the whole window. All right, perfect. So sharing the whole window. So if you notice this website, I just put in the root domain, but some people were not putting in the root domain, right? They were putting in one of the inner pages or the folders on your website. And the way the bot's set up to train based on your website is it's only going to look for content that's within inside that URL, right? So if I plugged in this URL, like, let's say, .com/us or about us, right? It's only going to get content within about us in the URL. So it's going to only go deeper. It's not going to get the homepage, for example. So if you want your whole website trained and not just to do it one page at a time, you're going to want to put in your root domain without any folders or pages at the end of it. Just copy and paste the URL here, and that's going to make sure that it grabs up all the different pages on your website. And so this one's still going. Looks like congratulations, your bot's done. Perfect. So I can come back to this page and we'll see that this now has a green check. So that's awesome. So you guys saw real time how quick that took for this type of website, which probably has like 15 pages, maybe 20 pages, something along those lines. So that's how long it'll take to get your bot trained on there. And so now we can actually go back to the bot settings. We see it said your bot is currently starting the website. Now I can come back and send a message and we'll get an actual real message from the bot now that it's fully trained. So, hi, how can I help you today? Let's see, do you help with neck pain? And so now it's going to use that training data to give that personalized answer. Now, the great thing is you can ask it literally anything that's related to the website content that it ingested. So the idea is the more information you feed the bot, the smarter it's going to get, right? That's the best thing about it. So you can actually paste in not only your website URL, but you can paste in other website URLs here. Maybe information on your industry, general knowledge. You can do that as well. And you can also just plug in some content. So you could, if you didn't want to crawl your website for some reason, I don't know why you should do that because it's the easiest way, but you can always just copy and paste this text in here. Like I just selected all the text on the website, and then you can go ahead and paste this in here and click save on the bottom and go ahead and get that trained for your bot. You can do the same thing with, Word documents or PDFs. If you just want to copy the text from that and add some training data, you can do that as well. Or if you want to make your bot smarter and you just have some FAQs that you're typing in here, you can do that in here as well. So I might type in, and I like to do it in the form of question and answers when I'm training the bot. So I can come in here and say, what's your phone number? Right. And then I would answer that, right? 714-555-1212. Right. And then I can say, what's your hours? And I can list that Monday, etc., 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Right. Or whatever. So you got that right here. So you got a few different ways you can train your bot. Now, another customer I was helping out last night, and by last night, I think that was like 4 a.m. But another customer I was helping out last night was trying to get a really giant knowledge base trained in here. And I think they had like, I don't know, like they had a ton of content in here. And so there's one thing that you can do that will help speed up your training. And it's especially helpful if you guys already have this data. So you could be using like a Notion database, or you could have an export from your website. It looks like we got some comments in here. So I'm going to show some of the comments in here. We got Danny saying he's having so much fun playing with Bot Neo. So thank you for that, Danny. And if you guys have more questions or comments, just drop them in the chat and I'll be shouting you guys out in here. But what I was saying is, if you guys already have, let's say, an export of your website or a bunch of documents, or you have a Notion database, you can actually just upload that as a file. And as long as that file is like, text document, HTML, Markdown, JSON, CSV, did I say text already? And text, you'll be able to parse that in your zip file. So just come in here, upload that zip file. So if you're working with a larger data set, I think upload is going to be the best way to go, because depending on the size of your site, we have it set up right now so the crawler will only crawl for 15 minutes. And it gets a lot of pages in that 15 minutes. It's pretty quick. But if you're dealing with many thousands of pages in there, uploading it's definitely going to be the way to go. And let's see, we'll go back into the chatbot settings, and I can kind of show you some of the other skills that are in here and explain what some of these other messages mean down here. So the first thing I want to point out is we do have it so you can customize what the bot says if it doesn't know the answer. And so this is important because we designed the bot to not try to answer a question if it doesn't have that in its training data, right? And so that's going to be a really important part for your business because you don't want a bot giving wild answers for your business. So this one's trained to only give answers that it's been trained on. And so this is where you can customize that message. What does it say when it doesn't know the answer right here, right? So that's going to be something that you want to look at and customize. The other thing down here that you want to do is decide if you want the person to be able to say, speak with an agent, speak with a human. And so if they can do that, it's actually going to switch this conversation from being a bot conversation to a human conversation. And I can show you where you can find those. But if this is turned on and you say speak with an agent, right, this is the text that's going to get responded with right here as it's transferring the conversation to an agent. So that's going to be really cool right here. And then the other thing down here, people are asking me, well, why do we have time zone for a bot? Well, if you're actually using your bot with forms, you could be asking the customer a time, like, what time do you prefer I call you? Right. And so this time zone is in there as a fallback if the customer doesn't specify their time zone. Right. I can say, call me, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Right. Well, what 3 p.m. is that? Well, if the customer doesn't specify, this is where we're going to actually use that time zone in here. And so if you're a local business, right, you're probably only dealing with people in your time zone. So that issue is not going to matter too much where you're wondering where the customer is. So you're always going to want to use this time zone. So make sure your time zone in here is correct. So when you get those form submissions in here, it's going to be correct. And then I'm going to get down to the skills. So we got 3 skills in here, and you can add on as many of these like form or lead capture skills as you want. So ones in here we got today are small talk. Now we just went over kind of how that small talk works. Actually, when we're testing the bot, you can say things like, "Hi, how are you doing? I'm Mike. Nice to meet you." All right, stuff like that. Just general pleasantries, and the bot's going to keep you engaged. Now, there's one cool thing on the small talk is it will ask every so often a follow-up question, right? And so, unless the customer is just greeting and saying thank you for the information, it's going to issue a follow-up question. So, like it'll say something like, "Hey, what else can I help you with today?" So you can actually customize that follow-up question. And you may even want to make that follow-up question, a topic of one of your other skills in here. So you may want to say, "Hey, would you like someone to reach out to you today to give you a coupon?" Right. So you can put some follow-up questions in there. And maybe you want to have that as one of your other skills in here, like a coupon form, to be able to collect that lead and send them a coupon. So you can definitely do something like that. And then the next skill we got, and I kind of brushed over it actually. So going back to small talk, you do have personality traits in here. So you can customize the personality of the bot. This is going to be the personality that's in here by default. But if you wanted to get, maybe a sarcastic bot or something like that, you can come in here and customize those personality traits in here. And you can actually do this on a per skill basis. So you can have different personality on each skill, which is really cool. Now, the other thing, and let me dive into some of the questions in here. So we got some people talking about what is the cost for the unlimited white label customers. So I'll pull up the pricing on our website so you guys can see that. So we'll go to botneo.com. And I'm going to pull up the pricing right here so you guys can check it out. So let's see, drag that in here. All right. And so I'm going to take a break. We're going to go into the pricing. Then we're going to go back to the bot configuration. So on the bottom of the page, we do have a launch special right now we're doing where you got a lifetime deal on both of these. So you got the starter package and you got the unlimited package. Now, the starter package gives you all the features in here, right? So that means all the skills that you get in here. So you get the unlimited leads and contacts, the bots trained custom to your business, unlimited drag and drop automations. You got the webhooks, limited conversations, training, all that good stuff. This one's $97 a month, or you can do the lifetime deal. And you got two options on the lifetime deal. You can do the one-time payment for $997, or you can break it up and do a two-pay option for $597. And then we got the unlimited plan. And so the unlimited plan is awesome because it not only gives you the ability to create unlimited bots, also gives you the ability to create unlimited sub accounts. All right. And so if you want to white label Botneo, put your brand, your domain, your website on there, you can get the unlimited plan and you can actually sell this to your clients and other customers. And so this is going to allow you to really unlock a lot of add-on value for your clients and customers. And everyone knows how hot AI is right now, so there's a lot of excitement around that. So that's going to be a really cool option if you are looking to resell this to your clients and other businesses. So you can create unlimited sub accounts. That's all included in this price, and that's either $297 a month, or you got two options in the lifetime deal, $2,997 or the 5-pay option right here. And if you're an existing FlowTrack customer who already got lifetime deal from us, we actually gave you a special surprise in your accounts. So just go inside, click on the AI chatbot icon in your menu, and you're going to see something special in there for you guys. So definitely log in and check that out. And so let's go back into the bot training. Let me dive back into the questions. So let's see. How do you push folks to a general contact when they want to speak to an agent? So help me understand that one, what you mean by general contact when you want to speak to an agent. I can show you how the handoff process works in here. So let me start by doing that by going into the chat section. And I'm going to show you how conversations work in general. So every time you're in here, inside your chat, you're going to notice you have this little conversations filter up here. You can go to pending conversations or all conversations, right? And so this is going to allow you to switch back and forth between your open and pending conversations. And so what is a pending conversation? Well, a pending conversation is one that is handled by your chatbot, right? So your chatbot is going to take over the conversation and it's going to respond to your customers. And only if a customer says, I want to speak to an agent, is it going to put that conversation to open status. And so that's awesome for a couple of reasons. Well, one, when you click on your chat inbox, you're not going to see all these bot conversations cluttering your inbox. You're going to see only the ones that need to be handled. So it's going to make your life a lot more efficient. And then two, you can always switch back and forth. So if you want to send someone back to the bot for some reason, you can. You just update the conversation back to pending. So really, really good question right there. And let's see, we got Joan asking, how can I use this in a recruiting effort, trying to take my recruiting to the next level? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a great question. So let's see, we'll brainstorm right now. How can you use this for a recruiting effort? So if you're doing any sort of outreach, Joan, and you're driving people to your site and they're checking, job availability, postings, and other things that they may be interested in, or you just have a blog with great content right here, you might have this chatbot on your site, and it might be there to answer questions for them about the available opportunities that you have, the available job postings that you have, and other FAQs. Now, the cool thing about that is this chatbot responds in seconds, right? And it's there 24/7. So it's just going to be there always to give them a quick response. And that's going to be really helpful. And the other thing that might be good is if I were you, I would actually put in a follow-up question here in the small talk. So when people start saying like, great, thank you for the information, or that's awesome, thank you, general pleasantries, the follow-up question would be like, would you like to get more information about this job? Right. And then you can have a form trigger right here that can, capture the lead. So maybe that'll be like the job application form. Or would you like to apply for this job? And they say yes. And then you want to trigger another skill. So using that on your website to help with recruiting could be a really cool, unique way to capture more leads for your business. And of course, once you capture that lead, it's all about getting them into that automation flow, which is going to be really, really cool. So then we got. Let me know if you have any more questions on that, Joan. But once you get the customers in your database in here, in the contacts, you can then do automations, and you can send out email newsletters, SMS, all that good stuff. Let's see. I'm going into some more of the questions. We got Fernand talking about, can you train the bot in more than one language at the same time so it can handle English and Spanish customers? So the bot does do multi-language, and there's a few things I want to point out that you need to be aware of with the multi-language. So we can say something like "Hola, ¿qué tal?" Right? That's Spanish for "Hi, how are you?" And so the bot's going to respond to me in my native language, which is going to be really cool. So hola, there you go. So I don't want to show how bad my Spanish is for everyone, but I'll let you guys read that. But so there you go. You got some Spanish in here. So it does work with Spanish. It does actually work with just about any language, but there's a couple things I want you guys to be aware of. And let me find, I want to show you like another example. We're going to find some Chinese right now. So I'm going to do Google Translate. Any language doesn't really matter. So we'll just say, do English. I have to copy and paste from Google Translate because, my writing in Chinese is not that great yet. How are you? And by not that great, I mean not at all. So in Chinese. All right. So I copied some Chinese text right here. I'm going to reset the conversation. I want to reset it because, one, we get to start over. It's not going to be the best at switching between too many languages in the same conversation, but if you at least open the language, open the conversation in that language, it's going to know what you're talking about and be able to respond right here. So I just wrote the same thing. Hi, how are you? This time in Chinese, and it replied with something back. So I'm just to show everyone what that is, I'm going to copy and paste that into Google Translate. And let's go ahead and see what this looks like right here. So let's see, I'm going to paste this in here. So it says, hello, glad to serve you. How can I help you? So I'm sure someone can tell us if that's a perfect translation, but you get the idea. But the thing that you guys need to be aware of in here is we do have some of these answers in here that are set. And these are actually set in one particular language. So if you are going to have this message, what the bot says when it doesn't understand, right, just please note that that is in one particular language. So if you are focusing primarily, I would say, on like Spanish customers, you want to make sure these other messages in here are also in Spanish, right? So that's going to make a big impact. Otherwise, you might get this reply in English when they're just talking in Spanish. So make sure you update these additional details right here. And don't forget to check inside the skill. You also want to update these in here as well. So you got your follow-up questions and all that good stuff. But great question. So I'm going to go in here and start diving into this. And so Josh, yes, I'm definitely going to connect with you right after this. I didn't forget about you. So we're going to connect. I appreciate you jumping in on this and joining us. And let's see, I'm going through some more of the questions in here. All right. And so let's go into some of the other skills. Like I said, you got personality on each of the skills. And you also got the ability to do forms and lead captures. We're going to be doing another video, and we're going to be going over end to end how you can use forms to do things like capture leads, right? You might want to send people out a discount or a coupon. You might want to send people information on a quote. So you're going to be asking them some details on that. You might be wanting to book a demo, right? If you're a SaaS company, book a demo. There's so many different things you can do in here with this form and lead capture. Really anything you want to design on a form, any type of data you want to collect, you're going to be able to do that with this form and lead capture skill. So I'm going to try to keep this video not too long. We're already going 24 minutes and I got to give Josh a call. So I'm going to give you a call, Josh. So see you in the comments. And yep, so we're going to go ahead and end this one for today. And we're going to send you another one very soon. We're going to be here live again soon. We're going to be going over that lead capture skills. So if you guys haven't already, go to botneo.com, sign up to get your new AI chatbot for your website so you can start automating more of your business and responding to customers and clients that much faster and close more deals. So I appreciate you guys joining me today. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk soon. Bye.